Hello everyone, this is Daisy. I'm back here again, aka the Professional High Priestess, and today I'm going to be doing a video talking about envy, jealousy, haters, and what to do moving forward into 2020, okay? And I'm doing this video because what's happening right now is the wheat is about to be separated from the chaff, okay? So a lot of us are actually going to be propelled forward into success, abundance, happy relationships, love, public recognition, etc. And then those who've been engaging in lower vibrational frequencies, who have a lot of karma, who haven't done the work, you know, and who haven't put in the work to get to where they need to be, they're going to be on the decline. So because that's going to be happening, a lot of people are going to be invoked with jealousy and envy because they subconsciously know that they are not going to be making it to the next level. So kind of like, you know, someone who's drowning, they want to hold on to somebody or they want to be saved. So they may hold on to something that they think is sturdy, which is you, and you know, you may drown with these people. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this video. And also too, you know, there's a lot of people who don't even realize that they have like so many gifts and talents, and they deal with people who hate on them and try to get into their mind and play with them, and you know, it deters them and gaslights them into feeling that they are not you know, who they believe that they are, and it stops them from being able to tap into their power because, you know, they believe into the lies and the mind games that other people have played with them. Okay, so the first, when we talk about envy, which is different from jealousy is like, you know, it's the thought, right? It's the idea. It's a feeling that someone may have. Envy is when they actually start to act on it and do vindictive, malicious, trifling, negative things to harm you because, you know, of that jealousy. Because you have to understand that jealousy and envy is a spiritual disease. It's a disease and a rotting of the spirit. Okay? Because if you were truly content and happy with what you had and connected to your higher power and knew your purpose, you wouldn't even have time to be jealous because you'd be focusing, one, on how do I improve myself and get connected to my higher power, and three, how do I fulfill the specific purpose that my ancestors and my guides laid out for me that is really kind of laid out and described in your birth chart. Okay? So that's why when people hate and they play those games, I don't even have time for that, because it's like you're over here focused on my soup when your pot is burning, right? And that's why people who hate and who are jealous and envious, that's why they never win, because they're so busy trying to sour your soup and rain on your parade, you know, and theirs is not even like getting up off the ground. Okay, and I speak on this because I went through this like heavy, because you all know, like, Professional High Priestess, I have my tech startup that I run. I do policy work. And, you know, this is my creative practice, doing readings and stuff like that for y'all. And I went through a lot of hate, a lot of drama, a lot of gossip, a lot of slandering, bullying, all that stuff ever since I was a child, because I was gifted. And as I got older, I started to realize, wow, you know, God was protecting me from dealing with these specific people. That's why he kind of kept me isolated, you know. And, you know, I had to go through a lot of that bullying and things like that because it stopped me from being colonized, if that makes some sense. It stopped me from being programmed with lower vibrational Western material world thinking. Okay, that's not serving anybody. And a lot of the people that I grew up with that hated on me and try to work against me, you know, I'm just going to say this, they're not even in a good place right now. A lot of us, you know, this has been our experience. A lot of the people who hated on us or bullied us, we're doing much better than them now. Even in my adult life and my career, the same people who were in positions of power, because I work in San Francisco city and government. I'm doing a lot of work ever since I was like 20 years old. And a lot of the people who try to ruin my career, who try to stop me and all these different things, you know, now they're going through hell and hot water, right? Because they worked against, I'm a light worker and I'm a guardian angel, and they worked against me. And also too, they, you know, they basically put themselves in a space where they have to now be under judgment. And as we move forward into 2020 and as Saturn goes into Aquarius, wow, we're going to be seeing a lot of people fall from grace. Okay, so just be ready for the fallout of that when you are basically elevated as they are being demoted. So why do people hate? Because low self-esteem, right? They see something in you that they feel like they can't have and they cannot cultivate, or they don't have. So they want to take it away from you, or they want to dim it, or they want to see you feel bad in order for them to feel good, because there's people who literally think like that. It's very selfish, narcissistic thinking. If that person is doing good and that they're happy, that means I can't be happy, right? So let me go and do little things like spread lies or gossip or try to sabotage and do little things here and there to try to make their day go bad. Because a lot of these individuals, when you have low self-esteem, it opens you up to being susceptible to outside influences, aka entities. So now, because you have all that lower vibrational energy in your auric field, you're attracting entities, right? Remember, we talked about this, who need to feed. and they feed off of creating negativity and error. So then you see a high vibrational person, right, and you're attracted to their auric field, but because you're a hater, those entities are triggering you to do specific things, right, to cause pain, havoc, suffering, or whatever for that other person. But unbeknownst to you, it's always going to backfire because that entity cannot get enough, and it's going to just be someone else, right? And usually when you're working against high vibrational people, they're very protected, so it's going to blow back because their angels and their guides are going to come to your front door and handle you, right? So another thing too, these individuals who are jealous or whatnot, they want to see you as a scapegoat. They want to use you as a scapegoat for all the problems that they had in their life, because to them, especially if this is like family or friends or people you grow up with, etc., or you work with, it's like, well, how can we be from the same place? You know, we had the same opportunities, but they're doing better than me, right? And they want to use you as a scapegoat because they feel like you being in a certain position means their demise, because some people think in really fucked up and warped ways, right? Another way that this can look like with the scapegoating is, well, you know, you're successful, you've done all these things, so I'm gonna dump all my baggage and all my pain and all my hurt and suffering onto you, and I'm gonna use you as a scapegoat in my mind, instead of me taking responsibility for my own actions and my own choices, because it's easier to blame somebody else, right? And it's easier to scapegoat someone else than to actually say, you know what, the reason why I'm not where I want to be is because of me, because I can't take accountability, because I want to be in the victim mentality, because I didn't plan properly and take the necessary actions, because I didn't invest in things properly, because I invested in relationships or bullshit or eating or drinking or drugs or social media addiction or whatever it was. And that stopped me from my progress. And now I'm looking at this person and I'm mad at what they got, even though we were given the same 24 hours a day, we were given the same resources. That person even had less resources than me, and they still made it, right? So just remember that it's this weird, fucked up psychological, you know, process that these people are in. They don't think properly. Their brains are not, you know, configured in the way that our brains, for people who don't hate, are configured. Okay. Another thing, you know, another reason why people they're jealous is because it's really hard for them to see you, you know, high vibing and doing what you're doing, and it's like your energy just triggers the demons in them. And I see this quote going on social media all the time, and it's like, some people will never like you because your spirit irritates their demons. Remember, a lot of people have entities attached to them from the people that they sleep with, the things that they do or don't do, ancestral karma, all of that, right? And they see you high vibing moving forward, and they're jealous of that. They want to bring you down. So remember that. It's the entities in them. A lot of these individuals are very, not only are they narcissistic, but it's just like, they're just sad overall, like, you know, chronic depression and things like that. And I'm not saying that if you have like mental health issues like that you're automatically a hater, but no, that does contribute to their envy, right? Because when you're in those lower vibrational states, it's easier for you to get into even lower emotions like jealousy, envy, revenge, plotting and planning, Seven of Swords type of energy, okay? So, you know, when you're dealing with haters and jealous people, you know, be careful, because there's direct haters, right, who will just come out and work against you, who are negative and haters. And then there's other people who are overt, right, covert, right, who are basically like, they'll say little things to try to break down your self-esteem, or they'll try to scapegoat you or make you feel like you don't deserve what you have, or that you're a bad person for having what you have, or that, you know, somehow, like, you know, you're just a bad person or whatever for not indulging in their illusions and their victim mentality and their low vibrational lifestyle. Okay, so you got to watch out for that. People play mind games like, oh, well, you know, you said this to me and it made me feel that certain type of way. Okay, well, you know what? Like, I understand intention versus impact, but also, too, I also understand that sometimes people take what you say out of context and they try to take it too personal to try to make it seem that you are, you know, you're not sensitive to their emotions, etc. No, I am. It's just you're not a child. You're a grown person. So at a certain point, it's like you can take offense was taken, not given. All right? It's a choice. Another thing, too, is a lot of individuals, you know, especially when you come from like a specific bloodline, right? And your ancestors are high vibrational because there's not a lot of trauma in your bloodline. A lot of people who do have trauma in their bloodline, their ancestors are, you know, are lingering around. They're probably like pissed, and they'll send them over to you, like, go take what they have, or be around them so it can rub off on you or something like that. And be careful with those undercover haters. Okay, be careful with that Five of Swords energy, because that always leads to them trying to act on it later down the road. All right. But you have to also understand that dealing with haters, you probably even have people that you really love, but they hate on you, that type of thing. They're jealous of you, right? They want to bring you down or ride your coattails, which is also a form of hating. Y'all have to really understand that these people cannot be in your energy field. They cannot be around you, because just by nature of them being around you and being in your energy field, it's blocking you from your blessings and it's blocking you from your success. Okay, that's the main thing about haters. A hater doesn't have to, you don't even have to like be engaged with this person like every day for it to impact you, right? Just like having some type of connection with this person where they think that y'all are still friends or something like that, that can also create blockages, okay? So just being mindful of that. Be mindful of haters and their blocking energy, and be careful of what you say, all right, around them. Be careful of the plans that you tell them, because they will try to sabotage you by sending evil eye or negative energy to you. And this is what I was talking about in my spell work video. A lot of people who do spell work on other people is out of jealousy and envy and mental illness, because they don't like themselves. Because if you had a higher power, if you were connected to a higher source, if you would really understand like how the universe works, if you really had like connected to your angels, etc., if you really prayed and did that spiritual work, you would have no reason to be jealous of anybody, because you would understand that your ancestors, your guides, your angels will bring you everything that you want and you need. And for some people, like, everyone cannot be the leader. Some people have to be the workers. Some people be the builders. Some people be the organizers, right? It's all different type of people. You're trying to be up in someone else's plate, in their pot, right? Not even realizing, all the chaos and strife that they've had to do to collect all the ingredients to make up their soup. Just an analogy that I like to use. So this video doesn't have to be long, because really there's not too much to say about people who hate, who spread gossip, who do tell lies, those type of things. And just know that their karma always comes. It does. Always. For that type of behavior. Especially as we're going to be moving forward with all this Saturn energy in the air, karma's going to be coming like that. It's like you do something, you turn around, you stub your toe. Boom, karma. It's like you do something, the next week it comes right back to you. Instant karma. So for those of you who are, experiencing this, just know that, there's hope at the end of the tunnel. And I just want to let's pick some oracle and advice readings for those of us who are dealing with jealousy, okay? Jealousy, envy, haters. Real quick. All right, ancestor spirit, what messages do you have for those of us dealing with haters? Advice for those of us dealing with haters, jealous and envious people. Advice for those of us dealing with haters, jealous and envious people. Advice for those of us dealing with haters, jealousy and envious people. Right, wow. Advice for those of us dealing with haters, jealousy and envious people. All right, animal messages for those of us dealing with envious people. Advice for us dealing with jealous and envious people. Advice for those of us dealing with jealous and envious people. Okay. All right. Amazing. All right, and a crystal message. Advice for us dealing with jealous and envious people. Advice. I love it. It's like the ancestors are always like here with us, like just giving us a message after I channel it through. All right, maybe I get an Isis card for us. Maybe you can take it to that level today. All right, message for those of us dealing with jealous and envious people. Advice, Isis, please. Jealous and envious people. Messages for us dealing with jealous and envious people. Wow. This is like, man, I be telling you, I get the message, and then like I do the video and channel it, and the ancestors are like, we wanted you to do this because people have to see this. So you'll be surprised what the cards say. So the first card that we got is Lady Portia. Okay, and you see the purple, that's crown chakra. Remember, I'm telling you, dealing with haters, envious, jealous people, it's a spiritual war. Okay? It's a war of energies and lower vibrations. Shield yourself. And it says here, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. A lot of the times we have to learn lessons from these people. Okay? We have to learn what they teach us, who not to be. They teach us how not to become them. By watching them do what they do to us, it teaches us exactly what not to do to become bitter, jealous, envious individuals who go around trying to hurt other people. Okay? So remember that. Then you have Mother Mary. Both of these purples, again, crown chakra, third eye colors, really connected to your higher self. Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So for this, what this is telling me is like, for those of us who are dealing with this, it's hard, but you really do got to learn how to like suck it up and just know that karma's coming. If you need to do like certain like type of spells like honey jars or freezer spells to like freeze honey jars for protection, right? And for some certain spells to block their negativity out of your life, do that. Do just that. Okay, but just know that it's like we can't do what they do, because there's a quote that says, to argue with the fool, two people, someone on the outside won't be able to tell who is who, right? So don't bring yourself down to their level, because that's what they want. They just want to trigger you so they can feed off your energy. And it says mother healing is possible at this time. So some of y'all may even have mothers who are jealous of you. And I deal with a lot of that with my clients. They have moms, like I said, haters can be your parents. They have mothers who are jealous of them, who hate on them, especially for our generation. Like a lot of us have mothers who are haters, because they feel like, why do they get to do all these different things? I grew up in a different time and it was harder for me. So, since I can't do all those things, they can't either, or I'm going to make it hard for them. There's people who have mothers who really think like that. So if you're going through that, I'm going to do a video on like healing from like, traumatic motherhood. Okay. So just be on the lookout for that, because that is really important. It can block your solar plexus and your sacral chakra and your heart chakra. Okay. And cause reproductive issues for you down the road if you have that type of dynamic with your mother. So just pay attention. Platypus. And it says here, stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Yes. And I feel like what this is saying, this is so straight to the point. It's like, yes, we have haters, but there's so many good things happening. When people hate on me, what that tells me? It lets me know that I'm doing something extraordinary, really right, and that my life is really, really good, because for them to be hating and doing all these things to cause me havoc must let me know that I'm living a life that they feel like it's worth living, that they're jealous of, that they want to live. Right? So it's like, okay, let me keep on living my life then. I'm not going to worry about you. Living my best life. I'm not going back and forth with you, hoes. Okay? Then we got Camel. And it says, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. And this, I'm telling you, these are all coming out because, like I said, a lot of us moving into 2020, we're going to be dealing with this. We're going to be dealing with people who are heavy Five of Swords, hating, trying to plot and plan and strategize, trying to infiltrate our businesses, our relationships, our friendships, all of that type of stuff, right? So it's important for us to be on watch and for us to be vigilant moving forward, okay? So let's see what crystal messages we got. We got Green Aventuring, growth. And it says here, Green Aventuring asks, are you growing, improving, and learning new skills? If you are not moving forward, you are falling behind. Do not rest on your laurels, but cultivate your gifts by investing in yourself and sharpening your skills. And this is what I was talking earlier. A lot of these people hate because their growth game is weak. They can't do the things like you do because they don't want to sacrifice. They want to keep eating or having sex or being the devil energy or, wasting their time, or Seven of Pentacles reversed and investing in things that are not bringing them the returns. Seven of Cups energy, wearing rose-colored glasses and being confused and being in delusions and illusions, right? And that's why they're in the position that they're in. That's why they hate, because they just want to use you as a scapegoat, like I said before. And the affirmation says here, I am always learning, growing, and improving myself, thus increasing my value to society, because that's what it's about. And that's why, another thing what I talked about, haters are very narcissistic because they see maybe the recognition and the attention or whatnot that you get. Oh my God, I want that. It's like, that's not even what it's about. It's not about that. It's like, what's the contribution that I'm making to society? And we can't even be on the same page because we think completely different. You want attention and accolades. I want to support the improvement of society. That's why you act the way you act, and that's why I act the way that I act. Because it's about self-centeredness and attention and those inner child wounds that a lot of people have from like their abuse or neglect or what they did not get in childhood. And they see like public recognition as attention as a way to get those things that they never got. So we got to be mindful of that. Then it says cat's eye, independence. Cat's eye reminds one to see things from a cat's point of view. They are known for their magic, instinct, and independence. Cats do what they please without concern about what others think. Boom. Independence. Do what you please without worrying about what other people think, because at the end of the day, these people are going to hate, right? And why bend and change our lives and our personality to, to people please for them? And then we're the ones who just have to live with that regret and those missed opportunities. I don't give a fuck. I act the way that I want to act. Y'all know the work that I do. I work in government. I have my own startup. I got to deal with investors and all these people. And then I do tarot too. I don't care what they think about me because I'm independent. Because I know that the work that I'm doing on both sides, in the material and the spiritual, is about increasing society's value, increasing the healing that's going out into society. So you have to remember that when people like hate on you, judge you, try to make fun of you, make you feel bad about yourself, just know that it's those psychological tactics to stop you from your purpose. It's bigger than just you. You have a purpose, a divine purpose. Think about how many people you're going to inspire and help be themselves by keeping on going, by being independent, right? Haters don't want that. Remember, they're run by entities that want to stop the show. Remember. Then for the Isis card that we got the power of 7 scorpions. That's a deep card. Look at all the, wow. Look at all the energy in that card, right? So, and you see here where like it's like the small child who's like growing up, right? And then he has the angel over him. And why do I say he's growing up? Because in ancient Egypt, certain hairstyles indicated like your certain like rank and level of growth. So this is like a child becoming like like an adolescence going into like the manhood, right? And he has that angel over him, like meaning that as you transition and as you're going forward and gaining more power, there's going to be more forces working against you. And I'm here watching and protecting you. And it says here, power over 7 scorpions. Wow. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring so as to have power to affect the low vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. Boom. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non-judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effect. This is, you see what we're talking about? It's a spiritual thing dealing with haters and jealous people and envious people, okay? So this is saying really tapping into that higher vibrational forms of protection. Sometimes just ignoring these people is not going to work, because sometimes these people even try to use spell work against you because they're haters. I've had people do that to me, and then their lives completely backfired. Like I had one dude that I was friends with, his karmic baby mama. She tried to do magic on me because she thought I was ruining their relationship. Then she found out that he was cheating on her with a whole bunch of other women that had nothing to do with me. And me and him haven't talked ever since. Like, it's been like a year and a half or so, right? Now the magic done blew back and it's impacting her, and she has a child next to her. So imagine putting hell spell work out on somebody, and then when it blows back and you have a child sitting next to you. How crazy is that, right? So it's really time for y'all to really get into higher levels of protection as we move forward, because I'm telling you, people are going to be triggered out the behind, and they're going to be really trying to work against you because they're upset. All right? So that's the message that I have for today. I felt like this was very powerful and very necessary because many of us are going to be dealing with this. So if you want a personal reading, and you need tools and tips and some coaching around how do you deal with haters, specific people, how to shield yourself, like a specific like protection plan and things like that, just contact me, and I'll be more than happy to kind of sit down with you and let's work this stuff out and protect ourselves. All right, y'all. So that concludes my message for today. Once again, this is Daisy, aka the Professional High Priestess. I hope you enjoyed the message, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. And just know I have the annual reviews for annual forecast for each sign coming out shortly. So just expect a little surprise for Christmas. All right. Have a great day. Bye.